What if you're not making a lot of money in crypto because you've been following terrible advice without even knowing it? All crypto experts understand that if you follow certain rules, you will get certain returns.
And, obviously I happen to believe Bitcoin is by far the best form of property, and it's obviously the best form of digital.
You may not be aware of these rules and might also be blindly following some horrible crypto advice that's killing your returns. In this video, I'll expose 7 pieces of horrible crypto advice that are preventing you from enjoying massive returns on your crypto investment. Ready to uncover the truth? Awesome. But before we dive in, if you'd subscribe to this channel and turn on the notifications to be the first to receive useful crypto investment tips, it would mean the world to me. It really does help this channel. And when you hit that like button, you help this video reach a much wider audience. So thank you for your generosity in helping others avoid these mistakes. Now, let's look at those 7 pieces of horrible advice. Buckle on up, because this is going to change how you see crypto. Number 1, it's a scam. Don't even invest in it, right? The biggest piece of advice killing your returns is the one telling you to stay out of crypto because it's a scam. It's not real. It's going to zero. Just like any investment, staying out of it is the surest way to kill your returns. Isn't avoiding the game the easiest way to lose? Now, I'll be the first to say there are a ton of scams out there in the crypto world, all right? We're going to uncover many of them in this video, so be sure to watch until the end. At the same time, there are some truly world-changing technologies in crypto that I believe have already made and will continue to make millions of people around the world financially independent. And if you're unsure about what's going on with crypto, maybe you've lost some money in it, or are a bit scared of being ripped off, be sure to register completely free for my Money in Crypto Masterclass below. Okay, I pour over 15 years of learning and studying money and crypto into this masterclass. And the best part, it's 100% absolutely free. I promise you, once you go through this masterclass, you will have a much stronger understanding of what's going on in the world of money today and why crypto exists, what makes Bitcoin so powerful, and how to invest wisely so you don't lose your crypto. Which leads me to the next piece of advice that's killing your returns. Number 2, all crypto is the same. A common misunderstanding in crypto is that all coins are the same. But believing this is like saying all currencies have the same value. Do you think the US dollar is the same as Zambia's currency? Absolutely not. Each has its own unique value and purpose. I break crypto into 4 types. I cover this in much more detail in my masterclass, so be sure to check that out, links below. But here's a quick overview, okay? At the core, we have Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the first cryptocurrency to prove a secure, autonomous, decentralized network with a limited supply. It's the OG of cryptocurrencies, with the highest adoption and the lowest risk. It's like gold in the digital world. Outside from there is Ethereum. Ethereum, not to be confused with ETH Classic or Ethereum Classic, is the hipper, cooler, slightly nerdier brother of Bitcoin thanks to its smart contracts. Its adoption is massive and growing by the minute, with major companies building real-world asset benefits on it. Even without a US ETF approval, as of this recording, maybe it's approved when you watch this, Ethereum's influence is undeniable. Do you see Ethereum going away anytime soon? I certainly don't. Then next up, we have altcoins. This category includes a slew of coins that have come after the 2 OGs. Altcoins, by my definition, are technologies seeking to add real value to the world. This includes coins like Solana, Cardano, Avalanche, Chainlink, Polygon, Litecoin, Immutable, Aave, Algorand, Polkadot, and I mean, there's hundreds of them. Think of these projects as startups in the business world. Although many, like many that I just listed, have grown beyond that initial startup stage. But these are altcoins. And then lastly, we have shitcoins. These are coins with an unlimited supply that don't add any real value. Think of meme coins like Dogecoin, Shiba, Pepe, WIF. They're fun, and some people have made a ton of money from them, but others will end up holding a bag of serious losses. Why? It's pure speculation, similar to a popularity contest in school. Everything's great until you're no longer popular. There's a lot of nuances I'm not covering here, like gaming tokens, stable coins. It's ever evolving. But hopefully you can see that investing in a meme coin is not the same as investing in Ethereum, Avalanche, or Bitcoin. Now, while you're considering all of these, let's move on to another piece of wrong advice advice you should avoid. Number 3, 100% returns are for losers. Crypto offers some mind-blowing returns. There are countless coins that have surged over 200% just this year. And by the end of this cycle, we'll likely see some cryptos explode by 10,000 or more percent. In a world where these kind of returns are possible, a 50% or even 150% return can seem unimpressive. But are they really? They're actually incredible. Consider this. The stock market typically gives you 8 to 12%, treasuries around 5%, and bank money markets about 3% if you're lucky. Yet in the crypto space, 100% return is often shrugged off. I was just talking to a crypto buddy of mine who said, Bitcoin's probably only gonna double in the next year. Double. Where else outside of crypto would doubling your money in a year sound like a bad thing? Sure, some people will hit the jackpot with 100xing their money. But let's be real, statistically, it's not gonna be you or me. Most people who chase those astronomical gains end up losing their money. It's a casino.
Getting to a point where you have something and then losing it, for me, that was the most painful periods of my life.
And when you pass up a solid 100% return from a reliable asset because you're chasing 1,000% return from something unpredictable, you're taking a huge risk. Remember the story of the tortoise and the hare? Everyone bets on the hare, but the tortoise wins every single time. Why? Because slow and steady wins the race. And I get it. You want to multiply your money quickly, especially when you don't have much to start with. I've been there. But losing what you have because of impatience is even worse. As this crypto bull market starts to heat up, think about the risks, not just the rewards. And when you're feeling unsure, take a step back and look at other investments. Doesn't 100% return sound pretty freaking amazing when you compare it to the traditional finance world? So why not appreciate those 100% returns instead of brushing them off? Let's move to the next piece of bad advice. Number 4, anything your broke Uncle Jimmy says. And Unc J can be a crypto bro to you on YouTube. Taking advice from unreliable sources, especially self-proclaimed experts without a proven track record, can really hurt your investments. Here's why you should be cautious about following Unc Jim. Often these folks lack the depth of knowledge needed to give solid investment advice. They might base their recommendations on superficial trends rather than thorough analysis. Does your Uncle Jimmy get overly enthusiastic or pessimistic based on personal biases or experiences? This can lead to impulsive and emotionally driven decisions rather than well-informed strategies. Just because someone is popular on YouTube or social media doesn't mean their advice is sound. And on the flip side, just because they're popular doesn't mean they're shilling something. Popularity can come from sensationalism rather than accuracy or expertise. My friend invested quickly, heavily, only to see the coin's value drop like a bag of bricks as the hype died down. Have you ever been tempted to follow the crowd without DYOR or doing your own research? This highlights the risk of relying solely on someone else's advice without due diligence. How to discern good and bad advice. Research and verify. Always DYOR. Do your own research. Look for multiple credible sources to confirm the advice. Track record. Check the track record of the person giving advice. Have they consistently provided accurate and profitable recommendations? Expert opinions. Seek out opinions from recognized experts and industry professionals with proven expertise in the field. Be cautious of advice from unverified and unreliable sources. Instead, invest time in educating yourself about the market. Understand the fundamentals of cryptocurrencies and making informed decisions based on credible information. Now, let's move on to the next piece of bad advice. Number 5, giving up your keys. One of the biggest mistakes you can make in crypto is giving up your keys. Did you know that 90% of the money lost in the last crypto cycle could have been avoided if people kept their crypto out of centralized exchanges? This concept, known as self-custody, is summarized by the phrase, not your keys, not your crypto. But what does that really mean? When you give up your keys, you're essentially handing over ownership of your crypto to another entity. Centralized exchanges like FTX and Celsius are prime examples. Your wallet on these platforms isn't really your wallet. It's similar to keeping your money in a bank back in the early 1900s before the government insured bank accounts against loss. On the other hand, if you store your crypto in a cold storage wallet, like a Ledger that I personally use, and feel free to check out a link below, it helps me support the channel if you want to buy a Ledger. The only way you can lose your crypto in a cold storage wallet like a Ledger is if you give someone your keys. Think of your keys like a key to a lock. This key is a set of 12 words that unlocks your crypto, allowing you to send and use it however you like. While some companies like Ledger offer recovery options, by and large, if you lose your keys, your crypto is forever locked in that wallet. Sounds pretty critical, right? Well, let me share a lesson I've learned the hard way. I invested in a crypto company that promised daily returns of around 1%. This company had been around for years, and I had friends who personally flew and met with the top execs in the company. They even had an insurance policy in place to guard against losses. I didn't go into this blindly. Okay, I did my homework. The catch? I had to give them my crypto. They'd send daily reports and paperwork for payouts as requested, unless you kept your growth in compounding. I knew on the front end, the only way I could get screwed was by me giving up my keys, which I did. And guess what? As of now, I've lost everything I invested in that. A significant amount, because I gave up my keys. Don't make the same mistake. Be smarter, be wiser. Self-custody your crypto. Not your keys, not your crypto. Take ownership and grow your wealth with confidence. Ready to learn more? Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications for more crucial crypto tips, and don't forget to like this video to help me help you by helping others spread this message. Now, let's move on to the next piece of bad advice. Numero 6, new and better equals sure to win. Confusing first to market with better technology. Crypto is all about technology, right? And what does technology do over time? It gets better. Think about new phones, gaming systems, laptops. Stuff becomes outdated almost as soon as we buy it. It's the same with crypto. New cryptocurrencies are designed to be faster, more efficient. But here's the kicker. Faster and more efficient doesn't always mean they'll win in the market share. In fact, they rarely do when older technologies have already achieved mass adoption. Consider this. Does being first to market really matter? Look around and you'll find plenty of examples where the first to market maintains dominance over newer, supposedly superior technologies. And it's not just in technology. I live in Nashville, Tennessee in the States, which is considered part of the South in the US. Interestingly, Los Angeles is geographically a lot further south than Nashville. Yet no one would ever call LA the South. It's the West. Why? Because first to market matters. The US's population expanded from the Northeast, moving southward, then westward. Nashville was established before LA, so it's the South and LA is the West. This principle applies to crypto too. Bitcoin and Ethereum were first to market. They play different roles and have a huge market share. Sure, there are newer technologies like Solana and AVAX, which are faster and cheaper to use. And I'm personally a fan of both. Maybe one day one of them will take over Ethereum, but I highly doubt it. Even though they're faster, cheaper, and have many benefits over Ethereum, it's still an uphill battle. And that doesn't mean don't invest in them. Just understand that it's not gonna take over the world and a billion X. At the same time, let's not bash these new projects trying to dethrone the giants. Innovation is fantastic, and I applaud it. But there's a difference between acknowledging better technology and assuming it will displace established players. And going to an extreme. If you hear Uncle Jimmy from number 4 shilling some shitcoin that has zero adoption and isn't going to overtake Ethereum anytime soon, think 2 times, or as many times as you need before you invest your hard-earned money into some new, fast, and shiny coin, regardless of how great the technology is. Yes, it may hit 10,000% up. It may, but statistically, you're better off lighting that money on fire or playing craps than viewing it as a solid investment. It's speculation and gambling, nothing more. So what's your take? Would you bet on the new kid on the block or stick with the established giants? Or do you have a set mixture? Let me know down below as we dive into the final piece of bad advice you need to avoid. Numero 7, chasing returns and falling for influencer hype. As we gear up for the next bull cycle, it's crucial to avoid chasing returns. The harsh reality is that many, not all, but many YouTube channels and influencers manipulate their followers. They promote coins they have a financial stake in, hyping them up as the next big thing to pump their own holdings up. I know firsthand of influencers who are given coins to pump and promote them, okay? Once the price spikes, they sell off, leaving everyday investors with significant losses. And I don't want you to fall for this trap. You work too hard for your money to waste it on hype and excitement, no matter how fun it sounds. So how do you avoid this? Structure your investments using tools like Swan Bitcoin, which I personally use for dollar cost averaging or DCAing. Involves investing a fixed amount regularly, regardless of the coin's price. This strategy helps mitigate the impact of market volatility, and it reduces the risk of buying high and selling low. It eliminates the emotion. It sets you up for long-term success. Think about this. What would you prefer? A steady 20% annual return on your investments over a decade? Or would you risk everything for a chance at short-term gains? In 10 years, you won't regret having those consistent returns, even if you started your crypto journey buying Bitcoin at the peak of a cycle, just like I did. So, what's your game plan? Are you ready to invest wisely and avoid the pitfalls that so many fall into? If yes, here's a high five from me to you. Now remember to grab that course that's free for a limited time, smash the like button, subscribe, turn your notifications on, and watch this next video here or here, wherever the heck we put it, all right? You keep living your life to the fullest, my friend, and I will see you on the next video. Until next time, peace.